Hello guys, what's up? In my previous tutorial I had discussed about how can we generate various kinds of slots and various types of complex structures, like different types of polygons which are not generally used and which may be required as per various types of patterns which are used for different characteristics of frequency S11 or uh, bandwidth, power, whatever it is. In this tutorial, that is the fourth tutorial, I'll be discussing about how can we design one of those kind of complex structures which we call it as a Vivaldi antenna. Again, let me repeat it, which I doing it in all my tutorial, that this is not a antenna design tutorial, but this is designing of antenna in Ie3D tutorial. So I am not going to design the antenna for center frequencies or bandwidth or things like that in order to get accurate result, but I will show you how can we use this tool in order to design the particular antenna and observe your results in the software. Okay, so let's quickly go into it. This is one of the Vivaldi antenna which I had already designed because I was a bit lazy in order to write these parameters again. I hope you remember how to enter these parameters. If not, you can visit tutorial 1. Okay, so in this case I have already given all the parameters. Just for an information, I am using FR4 substrate in this particular design, but some other substrates like RT Duroid 5880 and many others are there which are used in industry in order to get better performance in terms of bandwidth or in terms of power or whatever it is. Generally they go for power and bandwidth, but there are many other features which are not countable. Anyways, so let's go into designing a Vivaldi antenna. Now there are two ways of designing a Vivaldi antenna. So one way is that first of all we make a structure like this. So suppose something like this. Okay, we make a structure like this, and then we go on cutting the structure. So this is a good way of designing Vivaldi antenna, because in this way we can design the structure as per our need, and during optimization also it becomes a bit easier. Now how to do that cutting? Now if you make a circle, suppose I make a circle. Okay, I made this circle. I take a closer look. You see that the circle is made up of number of lines, straight lines, right? So it's not a continuous circle. It means whatever arc you are going to make or whatever circular structure you are going to make, they are all complex structures which are combination of number of line segments. So using this principle we are going to make this type of arc for our Vivaldi antenna. Now as already mentioned, in order to create a slot we need to choose a separate layer. So I'll choose this green layer, which is the ground layer. So I'll choose this layer and I will go on making the arc. Now just see how do I make this arc. So while making this arc, take smaller line segments. The smaller line segments you take, more smoother will be your curve. Okay, so something like this. Okay, so it's not, so let me make it again. So you go on like this. Okay, then from here it's straight. Okay, then go to some distance. Now these all calculations should be done theoretically, that what should be this width and what should be the opening width. All these things can be found in various references. So for now I am just making a random diagram just to make you understand how to design a Vivaldi antenna in Ie3D. Now obviously it depends upon your practice that how much smoother line can you make out of this. So I made this one. Now what we'll do, it's very simple. Now I'll simply select this polygon. I will go to advanced edit, separate, remove. Okay, so this slot is created, but these extra things are remain. So what I'll do, I'll just take this square, I'll make a small cut over here, I will select this, I'll select remove polygon. Now you can see how smooth was this and how smooth is this. Obviously you can further go on doing some improvisations in the design, something like this. So suppose during optimization I realize that I don't want a bigger width, then I can do something like this. So yeah, so one mistake is that when you are going to make something in a particular layer, then choose that layer first, then only make a line. Otherwise after making a line, if you change the layer, it would not make any effect. So if you want to use this layer, you want to make some drawings in this layer, you choose this layer and then make a drawing. Otherwise it won't show effect, it will just remain in that previous layer only. So let me do some improvisations over here. So I say yes. Again remember that we need to connect the vertices. So I say merge them. If I say merge them, then what it will do is that it will merge my previous design with this one. So the condition for that should be there should not be any gap between the two structures, then only it will merge. Otherwise it will not do any action. If you do Control Z, then it will simply separate these two polygons. I am doing Control Y, that is redo. So once this is done, we need to make a circle. So you can use this tool, again make a circle, then choose polygon, say advanced edit, go to remove polygon, say okay, and things are done. Now similarly you can make these type of things using this straight line. So I didn't choose this one, so I'll make a straight line, then again a straight line. Okay, then I will make something like this. Then I want to make a quarter like structure, then I want to bring this down here. Now you see that there is a chamfered end. You already have seen in my previous tutorial how to make chamfered end by using the toolbox, but always you can use this particular way of using the lines and making the drawing. Now once this is done, okay, so some of the viewers had asked about various other ways of giving the port. Now in this case the port has to be given in a bit different way, because this is not a conventional type of port wherein there is ground layer in the bottom and uh, there is dielectric and then there is the radiating structure on the top. But this is a bit conventional differential type of structure wherein there is this porting over here at the bottom, while the top would be something like a ground, you can see. So in this type of structures, first, so you are understanding now a vertically aligned port. So in this case, first of all, select the vertices at the end. So I will select these two vertices, then go to port, say vertically localized port. So there are edge selected edge for horizontal localized ports. Okay, so in our case, since it's a vertical structure, so I'll say vertical polarized port. I will say that layer 2 is 0, whereas layer 1 is this one. Okay, so I'll say this and I'll say okay. Okay, so what does it say? Connection layer Z can't be between. Okay, oh sorry. So negative layer is my 0 and positive layer is, sorry, this one is this and this one is 0. So this one has to be 1.6 because this is the connection layer. At that point connection is going to happen. So negative is the top and positive is the bottom, and we say okay. Now you see that the port has been created over here, which can be observed over here like this. All right, so this is all ready for simulation, and for simulation you need to again follow your methods which is explained in tutorial 2. So in this way we design Vivaldi antenna. This is one of the technique. The other technique which I would like to briefly discuss is by going to entity, you will select circular sector. I'll say 6 segments. Okay, all right, so I'll say this has 50 by 50. Okay, I don't think this is the one. Yeah, this is not the one, it's annular sector. So it's annular sector, so I'll say this as maybe 200 by 200 as the center location where this will be observed. So inner radius I'll take it as suppose 20, and outer radius I'll take it as 30. So it has come over there. So this is a little painful in order to zoom because it has become quite a big structure. Anyway, let me just take a new file, or let me just undo it. Let me just undo this one. Okay, so let me show you over here. Just go to entity, click on annular sector. Let's say this has 100 by 100. Let's say this has 20, this has 30. Say okay. Okay, so it has come over here. Now what you need to do is you need to select this entire polygon, and then go to advanced edit, then say merge selected polygon, say okay. Wait just a minute. So you need to select all these polygons, so this is all merged it. Now I will again select this polygon and say copy and rotate. Now I want to rotate it exactly at 90 degrees. Okay, so it has come over here. So I don't think that's a good option. So what I'll do, I'll just select this and I will say mirror image. So I'll say reflect. So reflect at angle of 90. So you see this one is here. Now as soon as I keep it over here, the structure has been developed. Now this structure can be copied over here, okay, in order to cut the polygon and get a smoother edge. So what you can do is, first of all, before doing that, you will have to do some merging of the polygons. So let me merge these polygons. Okay, so I merged it. Now you can see that it's a very smooth surface. Alright, so we can simply select this thing, we can copy and then we can paste it over here. We can just rotate this structure, okay, just rotate it before pasting it and you can use that structure over here. So let's say copy and rotate 180 degree. So where is it? Okay, it's over here. I'll select this, I'll copy it over here. So you can see that it's Vivaldi type of structure is developed over there. Now you can simply cut that structure and use it in your design. So there are many other methods which different kind of people would use. So these two are some of the methods which I found, out of which the first method which I demonstrated is the most simplest and most easiest way in terms of optimization as well as designing. So in this is the way you can design some of the complex structures like Vivaldi antennas or planar any kind of planar antennas you imagine of, you can design in Ie3D. I would not recommend Ie3D for 3D designs personally, because I feel that Ie3D is a tool which is more inclined towards planar structure rather than 3D structure, though ironically the name suggests Ie3D, but the 3D structures are very difficult in order to design. Just a simple horn antenna type of structures also gives a quite a lot of effort and time, for which I would always suggest the use of HFSS or CST Microwave Studio, which are quite a lot simpler compared to Ie3D in terms of 3D structures. Hope you liked the tutorial series. As per the feedback and as per the doubts, maybe I would make one more video which would cover some doubts and some questions if you have, which you can post in my Facebook page as well as in the comment section in YouTube video. In my future video, I may come up with HFSS tutorials as per the feedback I get from all my viewers. You can like and subscribe my Facebook page as well as the YouTube page, so that you can get all the uh, updates of the videos which I post. Thank you for viewing this video. Hope you like it. Bye.